Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we have a new Requiem update with a bunch of new stuff and some stuff obviously gone. You were seeing this coming though, but Requiem's birthday door is gone from the rec center. But we actually have a new Requiem update that talks about a bunch of new things. We're talking about a new home, objective markers, some improvements and updates happening with the Makerpen on top of that, and some general bug fixes and Requiem Studio stuff. So we got a big update here, and let's read it all out. Now, this update is Requiem's Home Sweet Home Edition. They start out their update by saying new home. Over the last several months, some of you with iPhones have received the new home experience when launching Requiem. We are excited to announce that Home has now been rolled out to a larger number of iPhone users. As a reminder, Home was created to load Requiem quickly, find what you want faster, and bring in what you already love about Rec.net. You can discover rooms, scroll the feed, comment on photos, and chat with friends, all with the core Requiem experience just being a tap away. A lot of people had said that it was kind of similar to Roblox's Home, so I mean, you guys can kind of make comparisons, and I honestly think so as well, but nonetheless, I'm glad that Requiem is deciding to go this route, especially for mobile. Be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts, and do you guys actually have this new home feature? On top of this, they have this new objective marker system. We've been rolling out a new objective marker system. You can mark an in-world point of interest using the new objective markers, set up a marker by configuring an objective marker constant, and then move, activate, and modify it using a suite of related chips. This UI marker renders on top of everything else to help guide players to their destination. And then on top of this, there's also a bunch of new objective marker chips in beta. I'll let you guys read them if you guys are really interested. Before we continue the update, the NFL thing is gone too. Forgot to mention that before. Anyways, circuits. There's a bunch of new beta circuits which you guys can read if you guys are really interested. There's like if player is valid and local, and blah 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 blah. They fixed a bug which caused player left event to fire twice for each person who left the room. We split this up into two events. Player leaving, fire just before a player leaves, and player left, fire just after a player leaves. Then it goes more into detail about player leaving and player left if you guys are interested in these two chips. Continuing onwards, they added default footsteps and jumping sound effects to the sound effects constant chip, and when using the configure tool on circuit chips, the chip options tab will now be open by default. Then they fixed a bug that prevented the self chip from being cloned, fixed a bug that would cause players not to have player boards, and fixed an issue where the cloud data settings page wouldn't refresh once it was opened in a room instance. Enough with the boring stuff though, now it's time to get into some new Makerpen improvements. Definitely was not seeing these at all. These improvements are as follows. Double clicking with the Makerpen select tool to unfreeze an object now works consistently in non-beta multiplayer environments. Saving the room will no longer reset the object selected for Makerpen creation to the default shape. Better scaling on manipulate tool handles with basic shapes. Fixed an issue where a drag input using the manipulate tool on a shape container would error instead of switching to shape editing mode. Pressing tab will no longer break references to the age you're currently trying to drag off. Fixed a bug that caused existing shapes that were scaled uniformly via their containers to lose that scale when enabling hierarchical building. Added buttons to the animation controller Makerpen edit menu, clear keyframes, and clear object connections. Now for general improvements and bug fixes. Geez, this is a big update. Spawner location is not modified by room reset. Fixed an issue where one player interacts with an interaction volume. The interaction volume would appear briefly, disabled for other players. Fixed bug where a room authority change can reset objects' positions if those objects are the parent of a clamp gizmo. Fixed bug where a room authority change could cause a collision to be improperly re-enabled on Requiem Studio objects clamped to held tools. Fixed a bug that could cause player world UI to get into a corrupted state. Fixed hide this player name setting on roles. And lastly, fixed an issue where some trees would have blocky looking shadows on non-mobile platforms. And lastly, we have Requiem Studio. With two little small updates, this update will give creators a built-in way to have a billboard-style objects, including those with text on them. This makes a very common object type more accessible to those less familiar with the troubles that come with 3D rotations. Added some new prompts to save unsaved changes to scenes before closing them when switching open rooms. And that's our entire update. Some pretty beefy stuff, and be sure to let me know what your guys' thoughts are about this actual update. Anything that's going to affect you and your experience with Requiem, be sure to let me know down into the comments below, whether or not you're a casual player or a builder. So, of course, be sure to like and subscribe, and on top of that, use code SKULL if you guys are planning on buying anything inside the game. Maybe one of these floaties behind me or something. Of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and without any further ado, Bro Fist!